Continuing storm coverage from KHON2.
And welcome back on this Tuesday, the 11th of September.
Christine and Ross here, of course, our big story tracking Tropical Storm Olivia, and we have team coverage from across the state, from Hawaii Island to Kauai. But first, let's check in with Kelly, who is keeping a close eye on Olivia. Morning, Kelly.
Good morning. Thank you, guys. Well, starting out to be a gorgeous day here in Hawaii. Take a live look at what we're seeing right now. This is a gorgeous shot out towards Diamond Head. Blue skies, sunshine, a few low-level clouds, but it looks like a typical gorgeous day here in Hawaii. And I just checked the current wind speeds. We're seeing a couple areas seeing double-digit winds, but nothing out of the usual. So it feels like a normal day, but don't let the sunshine fool you or the nice trade winds. We are going to be seeing changes. So we are going to see the impacts from Tropical Storm Olivia and potentially some of the major impacts as early as this afternoon. So some of the stronger winds by this afternoon, the heavy rainfall and the very strong winds, though, starting to really ramp up in the evening and overnight hours. So here's a look at Olivia continuing to weaken. As you can see in the satellite, still a good system, though. In the last couple of frames, it looks like it's starting to break up a bit, but we just got the update about a half hour ago from the Central Pacific Hurricane Center, and we didn't see the wind speeds weaken. Current sustained winds still at 65 miles an hour, so still a monster storm, but again, it is forecast to gradually weaken a little bit, and it looks like make landfall directly across Maui County. As of right now, it's looking like across the island of Maui and the island of Lanai tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock. So here's what we're looking at. Tropical storm warning posted for Big Island, Maui County, and Oahu, which means tropical storm force winds are expected. And again, the best timing for when we really see the strongest winds associated with the system is going to be directly when it's moving over us early tomorrow morning. But we're expecting those strong winds well before it reaches us and well after it passes the south of the state as well. So be prepared. We're going to have to deal with this for, it looks like, hours on end as the system slowly moves through. And then that tropical storm watch is posted for Kauai. Now, in addition, we have high surf warnings and advisories posted as well. Could potentially see those eastern shores get up to 20 feet. And then we're also going to be seeing a flash flood watch go into effect starting tonight. And that's because the rainfall amounts are going to be ramping up. And again, some isolated areas expecting up to 20 inches of rainfall. So with the numbers that we're seeing in the forecast, we could be seeing very destructive flooding as well. So I'll break down the impacts and what we're going to be seeing island by island coming up. But now I'll send it on out to Kamaka Pili. He's actually live at the Central Pacific Hurricane Center talking with those forecasters who have been working nonstop to give us the latest. So Kamaka, what's the new news?
Yes, Kelly, thank you again. Live here at the Central Pacific Hurricane Center, speaking with those experts to get the latest and get a better idea of how we can look at the impacts and understand what Olivia is going to be doing to our islands. So we're here with Matt Foster, who's an expert here. Now, Matt, let's talk about winds. We do have that 65-mile-per-hour sustained winds. What can we see? Some people are being relaxed about it. 65 mile per hour, that's still pretty strong. What kind of damage can that impact us?
Okay, well, it's 65 mile an hour, 65 miles per hour right now. Expected to weaken slightly by the time it gets here, but still we could still see wind gusts of that speed, maybe even a little bit stronger, maybe 70 to 75 miles per hour. So wind gusts are like an instantaneous wind, like just a couple seconds long, but those are usually what cause the most damage.
Just a quick question, this is me, if you're interested. What's the difference, or how are gusts created outside of that sustained winds?
A lot of it depends on the topography, the mountains. We'll get, as the air is going up over the mountain peaks and coming down, that momentum coming down the mountain results in stronger winds. It can also, in some areas which are really exposed to the trades, or just exposed to the winds in general, those areas can see stronger gusts than areas that maybe are a little more protected.
One question came in from a viewer is pertaining to thunderstorms. What is the potential, or how long can we see, if of great potential, those thunderstorms happening and lingering around for?
So I think the thunderstorm, we definitely are expecting thunderstorms. I think initially we may not see a whole lot as a storm initially comes in, but as it moves away, we are actually expecting that moisture to kind of linger into from Wednesday night to Thursday night. And there's an upper level system, so it's going to be swinging down, and it may produce some thunderstorms, particularly across the western half of the island chain. We're thinking mainly on Thursday.
Thank you very much, Matt. We really appreciate your time. So again, here live at the Central Pacific Hurricane Center, speaking with these experts and the meteorologists, and I personally just want to give them the biggest aloha and the warmest mahalo for working around the clock and keeping us the best informed so that we're best prepared for these systems that approach the islands. Live here from the Central Pacific Hurricane Center, Kamakapili, tossing it back to you guys in the studio.